Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Harland, and I'm a faculty member in the Educational Leadership Department here at Plymouth State. I am going to talk to you a little bit about finding scholarly academic resources using resources available to you for free at the Lamson Library here at Plymouth. So let me start off by sharing my screen. What I want you to notice right away is that I am sharing my screen. It's obviously the My Plymouth page, and there's always a button at the top of My Plymouth called Library. All of the resources I'm going to talk about are appropriate if you're taking master's level courses, CAGS level courses, doctoral level classes, as well as if you're just earning your certification. We're going to click on Library, and it opens up a new tab that takes us directly to the Lamson Library. On the right side, you'll see some links for contacting the librarians, which if you get in a pickle, if you can't find something, even if you feel like it's a dumb question, they have librarians standing by waiting to help. So don't be shy. Reach out to them however you want to. They have many choices. Notice this, that the default screen is Search the Library. That's where we're going to start. Right now, it's on everything. It's searching for books, articles, and more. But we don't want that. We're going to look for scholarly articles. So let's click on the button that says Articles, and I want you to watch the search box change when we click. From Articles, now it says Find Peer-Reviewed and Other Articles. I like that. I'm going to search for cognitive development in math. So I just entered my search and I hit the search button, the little magnifying glass at the end, or I could have hit enter. That would have brought up the same results. Notice up at the top it says we have almost 5,000 results, so exciting. But I'd like to narrow it down a little bit and sort some of our results. So I'm using the tools over in the left-hand column. One thing I'd like to do is just look at peer-reviewed results. I click on peer-reviewed, and it narrows it down to about 4,000. If I click on full text, I don't just want an abstract, I want the full text. Now we're down to 3,500. And then if we sort, I'm going to sort by recency, which is sort of a combination of best match and a pretty recent time period. Now, the title of the article is in blue with a number next to it. You can see the authors are underneath, the year that it was published underneath that, and the source, so the journal it was published in, is beneath that. We can scroll down and look through some of these things, but let's see. Let's look at this, number 8, Gender Gaps and Overestimation of Math Performance. Right from here, we found out a lot of information. We can also click on Read More, and this pops out the entire abstract of the article. So we don't have to click any further if this doesn't match what we're looking for. But I think this is a match. So let's click on the title. The title brings us to this record about the title. It tells us that we can view the full text, view the full text, view the full text. It also shows us if we were interested in the print version, which we're not in this class, but it shows us other libraries where it's available, including Plymouth, or if someplace else is closer to you, you could go and look at the print version. But we want to look at the full text of this. So let's click on the button that says full text. Any of the 3 buttons will pop open the EBSCO record. This is searching a database in EBSCO called SOS Index with full text. So gender gaps and overestimation of math performance. We see a lot of images from the research that they did. We see there are subject terms. We might have an idea based on these subject terms of how to search deeper in our subject. If this seems good, maybe we want to do gender differences in sociology. Here's the abstract, but wait, there's no article. It said it was the full text. Aha! Here's a little trick EBSCO does, is they often plant the article over on the left under a button called PDF full text. If we click on the PDF full text, it is going to open it up as almost a picture of the magazine article, the way it was published in the journal itself. So now here's the original article right from the journal, the abstract, the introduction. Here's sort of the setting the context or the review of literature at the beginning. You can see all the citations with these dates will take you right down to their reference list at the end of the article. They start getting into the actual studies. Oh, I like this. They have a problem statement, so what exactly they're looking for. And they give some hypotheses. So they have 4 different hypotheses they're going to be testing with 2 different studies. So study 1, they talk about their methods, exactly how they went about. They start sharing data. And then they give you study 2. You may want to skim through this and get to things like general discussion, and then go back and read through their methods and what actually happened in the study. Their general discussion will give you their viewpoint on what they think happened. But here's a real goldmine, is their list of references. If this article was useful to you, you would want to go through and start reading some of their references. Find articles that match up to your research interests. Look at all of these articles. The other great thing about EBSCO and the Lamson Library is this. Over on the right, there's a little yellow piece of paper, and when you mouse over it, it says Cite. When you click on Cite, it pops up this little window with all these different citation formats. We're going to choose APA because that's what we use in our department. And you can just copy that and paste that into your citations. And it's usually pretty perfectly formatted. Often they capitalize based on the title of the article. So you may have to go in and change the capital G in gaps to a lowercase g. So that's the basics of searching in EBSCO and Lamson Library to find a scholarly resource. The other thing I want to show you is this. I want you to go to Google Scholar. So it's scholar.google.com. Make sure that you're logged in to a Google account, either a personal account or a Plymouth State account. I'm logged in with my pam.librarian@gmail account, but I could be with my PC Harland at Plymouth Google account. And I want you to click on these 3 bars over on the left-hand side. When you click on them, the little Google Scholar options pop out. And I want you to select settings. When you're on settings, one thing we can do is go into library links. When we click on library links, the default is that it will search Open World Cat. But we don't just want that. We want to search Plymouth State resources. Plymouth State University, get it at Plymouth State, yes. So we select that box and then we have to click Save. Save. Now we're in the Google Scholar search, and when we do a search for cognitive development in math, it brings up these results. One thing I like to do, I like my sorting and selecting, but these are all articles. What I want to do is do since 2014. That seems helpful. So the last 3 to 5 years could be helpful. And so here we are. Notice that the first choice says that it's this thing called Children's Thinking, Cognitive Development and Individual Differences by Bjorklund and Kazi from 2017, very recent. It's in Google Books. Google is currently scanning all of the books that are available in the world and starting to sort them and index them. So it's available. The entire thing is not available for you, but you could get some highlights and some quotes when you look at a Google book result. But so let's skip the Google book results because we're looking for articles. And what I want you to notice is over on the right-hand side, anything that has a PDF or a Get It at Plymouth State means that we can get the full text of this article. If we hadn't turned on that Plymouth State button, there would be empty space next to it, and that means we can't get it. So when we're looking at some of these resources, I want to try this first article by Siegler in Child Development Perspectives. If we just click on PDF ed.gov, it's taking us into ERIC. So 40 years of cognitive development looks like somebody's thesis, maybe their dissertation. So you can go through and start reading about what the article means, everything in it. Find all sorts of information. That's useful. Let's try one that says Get It at Plymouth State. So the development of math and race stereotypes. So if we click on Get It at Plymouth State, here we are. Now here's view the article in full text through Plymouth State. I like to use Google Scholar because it does a combination of things that are available freely on the web, actual open educational resources, and resources that are available just through the university library. So here we are back in EBSCO, back in SocIndex actually, and we can click on the full text. We could cite it, we could read the abstract, everything from before, but we only searched one place, Google Scholar. So I hope you enjoy searching Google Scholar and the Lamson Library resources, and please reach out. Let me know if you have questions. Happy searching. Bye.